There are challenges and benefits, I agree. Challenges, we have different cultures. We have different communities. The researchers and the Mayo staff have the Mayo culture and the research culture and the cultures that they bring and the education that they bring. And communities like Hawthorne and other communities have their own cultures as well. And both of them have requirements. They have laws they have to follow. They have rules they have to follow. They have benchmarks of success. And they're not necessarily the same. And so on the positive side, you have to have the same goal. So if you're going to work together, you have to have the positive side is you have to have the same goal. And if you have the same goal in mind, you can always go back to that. But what is our goal here? And how can we make this work? The challenging part is, as I said, you have different cultures, different requirements. And so the researchers have to learn about the culture that they're in and be very involved in and understand the frustrations and the, in some cases, like in many cultures I deal with, and in the Hawthorne culture, we have to respond very quickly to issues. Very quickly, like instantaneously. And not just emergency situations, but actually changes in curriculum, in teachers, things happen very quickly. And sometimes we have to just say, that's not working, we can't do this anymore. And that might happen in a day. Whereas when you're talking about research, you're talking about IRB, you're talking about a protocol that's been approved. And so the researchers have, and as being part of community-based participatory research, I'm a researcher too. And I know that I have an obligation to follow what the IRB has approved and what the protocol says, and I can't just change it because I think it's not working. And that is sometimes hard to take. I mean, you have to really think about it. Certainly human subjects training and that kind of training that you have to take as being part of a project like this. It's new, it's good training, but it takes time. We also have like an infrastructure issue. Luckily, I'm part of the Rochester Public Schools, so I have the infrastructure of the school district to help with the financial reporting that's required. And that really is terrific, and that's why Hawthorne's been so involved on behalf of the other communities in Rochester, because we have the infrastructure to handle the financial reporting that's required. It does put me sometimes in a tough spot because I have a lot of training and information that I have to learn and paperwork that I have to do that I would not have to do in my regular job. And so I have to learn how to do it. I don't have a staff on board to teach me how to fill out all the paperwork for all the various certifications that you have to have for this. I just have to do it myself and learn by doing. So I'm getting smarter, but it's challenging, but it's worth it. And when you immerse yourselves in each other's cultures, and you learn how to make things work together, especially if you set a goal and you have the same goal.